In the shadows of our world, legends whisper of creatures too fantastic to be real. For centuries, we dismissed them as just stories, the fevered imaginings of explorers gone mad. But what if some of these myths weren't myths at all? These are the 10 creatures that defied disbelief, emerging from the mists of legend to shock the scientific world. They laughed at the stories until the monsters showed up. These aren't just animals. They're living, breathing plot twists in nature's grand story. The Komodo dragon, a living relic of the age of dinosaurs, was long dismissed as local superstition. That is, until Dutch explorers came face to face with these ancient predators in 1910. Suddenly, the line between myth and monster became blurred. The okapi, once dubbed the African unicorn, eluded Western eyes until the dawn of the 20th century. When the first specimen reached England in 1799, scientists were convinced it was an elaborate hoax. A mammal that laid eggs? Stories of massive, hair-covered beasts that walked like men had circulated for centuries. The gorilla, now known to be our gentle giant cousin, was once described as a ferocious monster. It wasn't until the mid-19th century that Western science finally confirmed what African tribes had long known. These man-beasts were very real and far more complex than anyone had imagined. The sawala, nicknamed the Asian unicorn, wasn't discovered until 1992 in the forests of Vietnam. This beautiful antelope-like animal is so rare that it's never been photographed in the wild. It exists in a twilight zone between myth and science, reminding us that there are still wonders waiting to be uncovered. But the platypus was no fraud. It was evolution's punchline, a creature so bizarre it challenged our very understanding of biology. They challenge us to keep our minds open, to question what we think we know about the natural world. For centuries, sailors told stories of beautiful maidens with fishtails, luring men to their doom. Which animal myths might turn out to be real next? The megalodon? Comment below, and let's keep the spirit of discovery alive. After all, in a world where giant squids and living fossils exist, who knows what other wonders are waiting to be found? The Yeti? Or something we haven't even imagined yet? With its bulging eyes, bat-like ears, and eerily long middle finger, this nocturnal primate was once feared as a demon or evil omen. So the next time you hear a strange tale or catch a glimpse of something unexplainable, remember, not every legend is fake. Some are walking, swimming, or hiding among us, waiting for their moment to step from myth into scientific fact. Local legends claimed it could curse victims by pointing at them. Today, we know the ai is just a highly specialized insectivore, but no less fascinating for its bizarre appearance. But these mermaids were likely misidentified manatees, gentle sea cows grazing in shallow waters. When you've been at sea for months, perhaps even a manatee can look like a siren of the deep. With the striped legs of a zebra and the face of a giraffe, this forest phantom was finally unveiled in the Congo in 1901. The narwhal, with its spiral tusk, was once thought to be the fabled unicorn of the sea. This ancient fish was thought to have gone extinct with the dinosaurs 65 million years ago. Then, in 1938, a South African museum curator got the shock of her life when a local fisherman brought in a catch unlike anything seen before. The living fossil had been rediscovered, challenging everything we thought we knew about evolution and extinction. Medieval royalty paid fortunes for these alicorn horns, never knowing they came from a very real, very peculiar whale. Today, we know the narwhal's tusk is actually an overgrown tooth, nature's own magic wand. Who would have thought that unicorns were real, just without the horn? Sometimes, myths are just animal science hasn't caught yet. And today, we're diving into the realm where fantasy becomes reality. Eyewitnesses were mocked. Stories passed down for generations were dismissed as folklore. Then, one by one, proof emerged. The seas, too, held their mysteries. For centuries, sailors spun yarns of tentacled terrors lurking in the depths. The giant squid, a creature of nightmares, with eyes the size of dinner plates and arms that could crush a ship. Scientists scoffed, until 2006, when the impossible happened. For the first time, a live giant squid was filmed in its natural habitat. The ocean's darkest secret had finally come to light. But not all sea legends were quite so monstrous. Speaking of nature's oddities, let's talk about the platypus. Deep in the forests of Africa, another legend lurked. But perhaps no creature embodies the transition from myth to reality, quite like the coelacanth. The sea holds more than just monsters. It's also home to gentler myths. Not all mythical creatures are beautiful or majestic. Some, like the Eye of Madagascar, seem to have crawled straight out of a nightmare. These 10 animals prove that nature often hides its strangest secrets in plain sight or deep in the most unexplored corners of our world. For every creature we've discovered, how many more might be out there, still lurking in the shadows of legend? The line between fantasy and reality is thinner than we think. And in the vast, wild spaces of our planet, anything is possible. Which of these legendary creatures surprised you the most? And more importantly, which animal legend do you think might turn out to be real next?